Masterful blend of challenge and playability designed by the team of Tom Weisskopf and Jay Morrish. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports.
The changes, Rich, they made in 2014 have just added a luster to this great venue that hosts the PGA Tour event each and every year. And it's a great test for any level of play.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot, he is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Early part of this second nine, a good approach shot. Now, pretty good chance for birdie. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus.
Ooh, dang, nice shot. I'm fine with that.
Good try. Just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
Yes.
That's a par, and that keeps the scorecard clean, still even for the round.
I'm gonna make a party.
Been a steady performance so far early in this first round, but at some point, Frank, they need to take steady to spectacular.
Yeah, I think that's a good point, Rich, and really sooner rather than later, that's for sure. But yeah, steady becomes boring if it stays on for too long. Hazard?
Dang,
maybe wet. Frank, they threw him a life vest. He's back on dry land.
And I hope this time he swings, he doesn't have the water wings on.
So this is his fourth shot after the last one found the water.
It's not all over, but right now, too, he's staring down the barrel of a very bad hole.
All right, so greenside bunker. What's he looking to do with this shot, Frank?
Well, really, you have to look at the amount of green you got to play with. You don't have to try and fly the ball right by the flag. Allow it to run. Plus, if you can get it to run like a putt, you never know. It might just go in.
You're laggy. I can't.
2 over for the day.
Y'all shot him off.
Hole now, looking at 192 yards, par 3.
Won't quite play that distance because that tee shot is considerably downhill. But you really have to be cognizant of the wind if it's coming off the left, because it easily brings that water into play down the right should that tee shot just start moving with the wind.
Second shot coming out of the rough here.
Oh, dang.
Frank not close, but from that line, not bad.
Oh, that's excellent. Seriously, given the conditions, Rich. It's no snack, though.
Well, not going to be too happy with that one. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. So, with that, 3 over par now for the round. Par 5 13, Frank, what kind of scoring opportunity is this?
Well, anytime you get on a par 5, obviously birdies and eagles come to mind. 13's been changed a little bit over the years. The split fairway's gone now. It's just one fairway. Water in play, bunker on the left side. They certainly define this fairway. And they've toughened up the front and left side of this par 5 green. The longer hitter, the high ball hitter, still will get a reward at 13.
Yeah, I'm about to
this is taken off on a weird line.
Probably.
It's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Into the toe of
if I do good, I
that ball
might
is
stay on,
swallowed
but
up.
I'm not
He'll need to be strong with this.
Oh, okay.
Not where he wants to be, but not out of the hole here at the par 5.
No, but Rich, to drop a shot here would really send him
birdie,
backwards.
baby. Okay. My chipper shots, though.
Wow, what a shot. Doesn't even need the putter. At the 14th now, it's a par 4.
And a dogleg left once again. The bunker on the left side's been pushed out to the fairway to really make you think whether or not you can carry that. It's a lengthy second shot because it's going to play a little bit uphill. And this green is well protected on the left side with the 2 bunkers.
Now playing the second. Here's the par 4.
This is way left going left.
And that one's going to be in the rough, it looks like. And it looks like it's in the rough there, Frank.
It might not be as bad as it looks.
Frank, you always talk about it. Don't compound the mistakes. Well, here we are, another shot from the rough.
And this one no easier than the one he's just hit. I mean, this skill. And that was sublime.
Just good hands, coming out of the rough, able to manage the distance, and now in great position. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Not his best effort right there. That's a bogey, and now 3 over. Don't forget, second round coverage coming your way tomorrow here on EA Sports for our entire crew. I'm Rich Lerner saying so long for now.
My mic unplugged.
EA Sports is proud to present today's PGA Tour coverage. Simply put, there is nothing like it in the game of golf. It is by far the biggest spectator event in the sport. We're at TPC Scottsdale in Scottsdale, Arizona. Hello again and welcome. Rich Lerner alongside my friend and colleague Frank Nobilo. And Frank, what can you tell us about this golf course?
Well, everybody wants to know about 16, the famed par 3 here, surrounded by those skyboxes. Once again, that'll be a topic of the day. But really, this is a regular sight for the PGA Tour. So those of you that were familiar with the golf course, it's now changed. 2014, the designers Morris and Weiskopf did a massive renovation.
Well over 100,000 fans every day, better than 500,000 for the week. It's a giant party mixed in with a heck of a tournament. Frank, this game will drive you crazy.
Yeah, you can do so many things right, and then just something so simple, completely wrong.
Just a little tap in here. Well, not in contention, but in for par. Frank, where's the difficulty here on the 7th hole, the par 3 of more than 200 yards?
Well, Rich, front hole locations are always probably the toughest here because that's the narrowest part of the green. Bunkering really hasn't changed, and the green still does widen up, but the hole tends to play slightly uphill.
Like a machine out there. Another green in regulation. Par yesterday, now for birdie.
Yeah,
looks like he just misread that. These putts keep the round together.
Thought you didn't like Caden.
Well, that's a tough break with that miss. And this will be a 5-foot putt here.
People do have other opinion what game is, but
Frank, nothing really went the players' way this week.
Yeah, if this was motor racing, you'd say it's a case of
Well,
having
you
4
were
flat
right.
tires.
Now here at the par 4 8, slight dogleg to the left, Frank.
What?
And this dogleg's made more severe now by the addition of 2 bunkers. This was a bunkerless hole off the tee in years gone by, but those 2 bunkers certainly make this a sharper dogleg. And because it forces the player to go down the right side, adds length to the already long 475 yards. Rich, now's the time to knuckle down. I know things haven't gone right up to this point, but really, this is where you can still get something out of it. Just give yourself that opportunity. You're good enough.
Beauty of golf, Frank. One good strike comes off. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business.
Howdy, partner.
Now, putt for par.
Hold on a second.
He needs this for par. Frank, you hear it so often. This is a game of dealing with your miscues.
Y'all can play a game right now.
That's the beauty of this game of golf. It giveth and it taketh away.
Whew, this is tough to watch.
I've already got my eyes covered.
Rounding out the front 9 with a par 4 of 453 yards from the back tee. Looks to be straight away here, Frank. Anything to be cautious about on this tee shot?
Well, that bunker, there used to be 2 bunkers down the right side. There is now 1, and it also pinches into the fairway, which almost makes this hole look like a faint dogleg right, but really the best line is still down the left side, so it still actually suits a draw off the tee. Green is slightly elevated and not very deep too, so judging that second shot, getting the right club is essential here at 9. There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it. Well, he'll have to get up and down from the bunker to save his par. Looking to splash this softly onto the green. Great shot coming out of that bunker right there.
Showing some skills today.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. He can't believe it. Thought it was in. Well, too bad. He gives one back. Getting set now to start one of the most exciting back nines in all of golf on the PGA Tour here at TPC Scottsdale, beginning with the 10th.
If you stand on this green, Rich, and look backwards, you realize how severe this dogleg is. But from the tee side, it's a sharp dogleg to the right.
Hey, you can look for launch
It's actually
pad.
a layup down the left side, and then a second shot around the 150, 160-yard mark in.
Just in the first cut of rough, not a bad lie. The only issue is he might get a jumper here. Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
So a long putt there and just didn't read it quite right. Getting
No,
set
be
now
one
over the
shot.
putt.
Be one shot. To a hunting rifle, that's not a one shot.
This can be a cruel game at times. Frank, we see it every single round. These
Everybody
kind of
be at
putts
like 7
determine
held.
whether it's a good score.
Boogie deserves it.
Moving on to the 11th hole, Frank, water all
y'all
along
quick
the left
scope?
side, 472 yards. How do you handle this one?
Well, this one's weird because the tees are a little off center. They start down the right side, which makes it into a dogleg. And you mentioned the water. It always comes into play. And there are 0 fairway bunkers. You don't need them here at 11 because really it's all about the tee shot. Find the fairway. Then even though it's a long par 4, you should be able to at least attack that green safely. Miss the fairway to the right, which is the bail outside, and your problems are just starting.
Routine stuff here, Frank, from the bunker.
You just got to be careful of
Just
that
mark
lip
it.
in front of them.
Oh, wait,
This
you
third
can't see
shot
it.
coming up.
Now on the green, has about 10 feet left there to save par. Good putt. Missed cut. What happened, Frank?
Just not good enough. That's the easy way. Way too many shots out there, especially for that
Are they
caliber
blue
of
or
play.
green? Not bad.
Better days ahead.
But somebody really doesn't need to have a blue, and everybody else has a green. Because of damage. Yeah, be at like 7 health. Are y'all pretty much going around the whole map? I thought you were in Salty. Dang. gotta go throw away my trash.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live opening round coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational. Checking in on the action now. Let's go down to the 6th. Early in the round and playing reasonably well. Nothing great, but has certainly not given a whole lot away.
Yeah, and actually a good position to really springboard the round from here.
Right out of the center of the bat.
Did you hear that?
Trying not overly long, but still a pretty good spot and in the fairway.
Yeah, that's in that 280 mark.
Okay, the second shot now at this par 5.
Standard.
Not looking good, Frank.
At the facility, out top is a PlayStation.
Never a pleasant moment, the drop after you've
yes,
gone
there is.
into
I
the
played
water.
it.
But here we are. So the previous shot into the drink.
Yeah.
This now the 4th shot. Not in the fairway, but not too bad. Just in that first cut.
There's a bathroom up there, but that's... Yes.
Not close, but not bad
There's
either.
a bathroom
That
now.
one's about 25 feet away. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read.
Ooh, that was a...
So frustrating sometimes on the greens, isn't it? Drop shot here at the 6th.
Even par, currently.
Well, with that drop shot, moves to 1 over for the tournament. Frank, the good news as you come to the 7th after that beast of a par 5 is that it's just under 200 yards. There's no water.
Yeah, it's not as long as the second, but it's just as demanding. Very narrow entry.
But I just hit
it
it person.
Oh, that's off the beaten track. You've got 5 minutes to find it.
Mm-hmm.
Second shot coming out of the rough here.
Oh, that hit the freaking line.
How good was that, Frank, from the rough?
Oh, that's amazing. That's a master class in short game.
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Wow, that hurt.
It did. Shot gone forever. Yeah, a little unlucky there.
And
It
the
takes
train
heavy
went
ammo.
off the tracks here on this hole. This is for double bogey. So with that,
Hey, I say no thermals because it's like an AR almost.
Now at the 8th, and Frank, this really is a clever design, fun hole to play.
Very pretty hole. That bunker down the left, just over 300 yards. Ideally, you just work it off that bunker.
82.
Be a little disappointed with that because it lands in the rough and it appears to be fairly thick over there. Frank, anything you do differently
Heavy
from
sniper
the rough
would be
in terms
amazing.
of your swing,
Dude, they're so
hinge the
good.
club a little
I
bit
didn't
more
think they
quickly?
were that good.
No, normally put the ball just a little bit further back
But
in your
then when I
stance because you
shot
want
it,
the
they
club
were-
to be going down.
Oh my
Down. It's got to go
gosh.
down through the grass, through.
That's out of bounds, and it'll cost him a shot. Can add up quickly, Frank. This already his 4th shot.
Yeah, time to knuckle down. He really wants
Heavy
to hit
shotgun?
one of his better shots right now.
Okay, good shot on the dance floor.
think a tourniquet is going to work after that one.
Tough to watch. Finishing up here on the front side at Bay Hill with a lengthy par 4. And what's the key, Frank?
I'll play after y'all finish that game.
But the rough on the right comes into play. If you can carry that ball 300 yards, then just take it in over the bunker.
I practiced it.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Sit. Okay.
Outstanding strike right there, right off the center of the club face, and a good chance for birdie.
Settles in over the putt.
Once considered the best PGA teaching pro in the
birdie,
country,
baby. I meant to say
birdie, and now
birdie, but it said par.
Inside the cut line.
Back here in Orlando, Florida, at the Bay Hill Club and Lodge.
Springtime.
Yeah, and I was trying to say par on accident, but I made a birdie.
Perfect golf weather. How do you get off to a perfect start on this backside?
Well, this is one of the few holes that actually shapes to the right. Most of the holes at Bay Hill are dogleg lefts. For the faint of heart, just sort of flick an iron down there, just sort of short of the bunkers.
There's like 2 vending machines in Pleasant.
That one on the right, just a wedge in here.
He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try.
Ooh, you better stop. You better stop
That's
it,
not
Whit.
the way you want to start out the backside here.
Yeah, you can't afford from inside 10 feet. You feel like you have to make those, and I mean, they really sting when they miss.
Okay, that's par. 3 over for the round. Frank, 440-yard par 4 11th. You see that number on the card, you think driver. Maybe not. Why?
Yeah, it's imperative you hit the fairway here, Rich. Water obviously in play left. 2 bunkers on the right. This is a second shot hole. Oh, that was sweet. Straight down the middle.
Frank, another good hole, the par 4 11th. Looking at the second shot now.
Yeah, the second
Takes
shot has
heavy
a similar
ammo.
look to the second
If
shot
that's
at the
what you're
third hole
still
at Bay
playing.
Hill. Water all down the left-hand side. That has to be respected. And a green really where you've got to favor the right side, or at least right of middle.
Birdie try up next.
And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
This putt for par. Well, not in contention, but in for par.
Dude, y'all have like 20 minutes left. Y'all better start
Great day
fighting.
of golf here at the Bay Hill Club and Lodge. Always enjoy it.
I fought G.
Yeah, it's always a great test. Win, lose, or of course.
Better myself from all of us here at EA Sports. I'm Rich Lerner. For Frank
Dude,
Navalo,
Kaden, I think you
until
should
next
start
time.
streaming and play on PC. Kaden, I forgot what you look like. Yeah, I know that. Dude, Luke wanted to get in a fight with Levi. That's what Sharp said. Who? Wait, which one? I actually don't know.
NBC Golf Channel on
You
EA
think Luke will?
Sports in association with the PGA
I don't
Tour.
know. I don't know
proudly
what Luke
presents
is.
the season-long race for the FedEx
What does
Cup.
that have to do
it's
with
second round
fighting?
coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational.
What does that have to do
We're at
with
the Bay Hill Club and
fighting?
Lodge in Orlando, Florida, site of one of the PGA Tour's premier stops, the Arnold Palmer Invitational. Always attracting a great field, and through the years, it
But
has
his
been
dad
the
is an
scene
FBI.
of just some championship play from one guy in particular.
Tiger Woods has won there an incredible
I care.
8 times. Has it?
Maybe
Freak,
wet.
man.
Good news is, was able to retrieve the golf ball.
Yeah, on dry land, and can he carry it this time, though?
So this is his 4th shot after the last one found the water.
It's not all over, but right now, too, he's staring down the barrel of a very bad hole.
16? What is a
bit
map?
unfortunate in the bunker, Frank.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what his bunker plays like.
Dude, I never imagined anybody
Nice
did not
splash out of the bunker,
know.
lands softly and just runs out right next to the hole.
Beautiful shot.
Didn't fare too well on this hole yesterday. Made a bogey.
Just misses. That really hurts, Frank. Missing the bogey putt.
Yeah, now time to get the handkerchief. Double
Standard
bogey
always
coming up.
rages on this game called like Fortnite or something.
Frank, how do you explain what we saw here?
It's a mess. It's probably the easiest way to put it. This case of anything that could go wrong.
Sometimes me too.
Not just probably, it did.
Yeah, I went with you.
Safely on deck.
Standard, I literally went with you. I guess, I don't know.
Can't hide
Oh
the
yeah,
flag
and we
stick
lost,
from
I
that man.
think.
It's the beautiful part
Paris,
of golf. Brand new day,
Kentucky.
new hole. Remember, he made a bogey here yesterday. This time for birdie.
Paris, Kentucky? No. Paris is out of the country if that's what
mercy.
you're talking about. I don't know.
Let's move on to the 8th. And Frank, what's ahead here?
Big par 4, just over
Dude, I wanna go
450
play golf
yards.
today.
Ideally, you want to get it down by that bunker where it's nice and flat, because that second shot, you know what's coming up.
Good tee shot right in the short grass.
To where the hole is cut, just about 190 yards, Frank.
Ooh, dang, nice shot.
Frank,
there.
not just a player, but an artist. Just beautiful work right there.
Dude,
The only
Whit
thing I can
listens to
say,
the most
Rich, is that
weirdest
was
songs
Sevier-esque.
ever. Exactly, that's the weirdest songs ever.
Oh, yeah, he's made it for a birdie.
Exactly. I wanna be
Final
the
hole
very
now of the
best.
front side. It's a 474-yard par 4. And Frank, you've played it before. What works best here?
Well, ideally, a nice little draw off the tee.
I wanna
The
be
hole's quite
the
weird.
very
The tee shot
best.
slopes to the left, and yet the green goes the other way.
That one is in the fairway.
That's the only word I
Down there
know.
about
I wanna be the
290
very
yards.
best.
Second shot.
Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie.
So coming off the birdie on the previous hole, a chance now for yet another one.
And momentum all in his favor.
Good putt.
Yeah, why? No.
A very quick exit miscut.
Not
the
to
only
me,
one
because
there,
my
but,
finger's on the
surprising.
back and I have to go to the
The weekend
front.
now to regroup. Just didn't hit many good shots.
Heavy sniper. I wanna be the very best. Yeah. I wanna be the very best. Who, me? I'm a beast, that's why. Stanner, we should build battle. Me and Whit, I beat Taylor, but me and Whit actually had a good fight. Yeah. Oh, I don't think he's talking to us. Dude, I beat everybody in the build battle. But I had edits.
Today's coverage brought to you by EA Sports
I had
and the
edits.
PGA Tour. It's opening round coverage of the Alberta Classic.
This is not heading in the right direction.
Wait, but I
looks like
had
it's gonna be in
edits
the
on.
rough.
Well, Mr. Ball does not.
You didn't have
Mr.
edits.
Fairway.
You couldn't put a
It's
shot down.
Off. Rough.
Second shot coming out of the rough here.
I want to be the very best.
Very nicely done, right on the dance floor. And getting ready for the putt.
Well, the fourth hole looks like it's going to claim another victim. Even par currently.
So that's a bogey, and now to 1 over par for the tournament.
I know a vending machine in Flushing.
Hole number 5. With a key stretch of holes ahead.
It's behind that place to the very right.
Struggled in the early going,
it might be the left.
Yeah, a few mistakes,
closest to factories.
Unforced errors, you might want to say. So
and
really
it's behind
attention to detail should be a concern right now.
Set now for the second shot, par 4 fifth.
Just be aware of
y'all
where
should
the
be on
flag
the
is.
same
Cutting
team
that
right now
front
to see where
section,
y'all
you
are.
definitely want to carry the front of the green. Hole is a little more difficult when they start to push that flag in the back left. You can see it narrow up there.
This requires a lot of speed through the ball.
You know, G, it's all right.
I mean, this skill, and that was sublime.
Just good hands, coming out of the rough, able to manage the distance, and now in great position. Just hammered that par putt, Frank.
Well, I don't know what he was thinking or what was going through his mind right there, but he better wake up.
What?
Because if this one doesn't go in, this score's going to rack up
under.
very quickly.
Over, I mean.
Frank, you know what gets me about this game?
I'm 4
Here a
over.
person makes a legitimate effort, makes a good stroke,
I would.
and that ball spins around.
Well,
and
now
it's
y'all,
just
if y'all have already
laughing.
started, I wouldn't.
You could breathe on that ball.
Oh.
It counts the same as a 300-yard drive. It's not right.
But it's the beauty of the game.
I want to be the very best.
Just a good solid tee shot right there, about 280 yards.
Second shot now to the 6th, Frank, to this slightly elevated
I
green.
want to
Which
be
changes
the
the
very
optics for
best.
it
Wait, you
coming
got
in
that in
here.
my head.
You
That's
think
all
you'd want
the
to hit a
words I
nice,
know
high,
there.
lofted shot, but because that green's pitched up, you still skip one in there a little low if you choose to.
Close. Couldn't ask for much more on that putt.
Dark. Put spray paints
Shouldn't be
all
a
over it.
problem here, but not a formality either.
Put spray paints all over it.
Been a little too much of that, Frank. Just sort of ho-hum pars. Well, Frank, how about this hole? 602 yards of par 5, although I guess I shouldn't be that surprised. It's 602 yards these days
Dude,
for a
this
long
is
hitter.
Freaking.
What do you say? It's a drive and a 7-iron?
That's a mid-range par 5.
Well, yeah, 2 woods. The longer hitters will definitely get at home there, especially in good conditions. But bunker down the left, avoid that, carry that, and then we can think about the second shot.
The very, very best. The very best. Very, very best.
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Settles in over the putt.
This man said I only have 40.
You know, maybe lifted right there, just sort of peaked. All right, hanging in. That's a par and 4 over.
And that'll wrap up the first round. We saw some good golf today, Frank, but some others got off to a slow start.
Yeah, and I don't really know how to explain why. Maybe lack of practice rounds, maybe not enough time on the golf course. They certainly will have to regroup tomorrow and put up a show just to make the cut.
Who's this guy in the party? Who is that? Good crew, get out of here, brother. Stanner, kick this Kakuru guy. Who is it? Hey, who is this Kakuru guy?
Frank, the sixth here at Banff Springs, a good little hole, isn't it?
It is very tempting, very easy to sort of just stand up there and wail away with the driver and get caught. It's a generous fairway. You
Me
can hit
neither.
any club down there, and you're not going to have a problem with the second shot. So it's just trying to
He's
find
not my
the
friend.
yardage that you're comfortable with.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball, and this shot, he is on the fairway, over 300 yards. That will be a great look at birdie. Made par yesterday, this one for birdie. That's a tough break with that miss right there. He has this attempt for par.
Thank you, par, baby, par, baby.
That's a nice confidence builder right there. You make those for par and keep things steady. Now to the second par 5 on this opening 9. Frank, this is a pretty long hole, 602 yards.
Well, it's called hoodoo. Do you know what hoodoo means? It means bad luck, actually, so you don't really want to be thinking about that on this tee shot. 602 yards, if you belt one off the tee, well, you might avoid the bad luck.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Headed for the bunker. Oh, a bit unfortunate. Wasn't able to avoid the sand trap. Frank, this the third shot from the fairway bunker.
Yeah, good lie. And once again, just making sure you have enough loft to carry the lip in front of you. And really then focus about the target in front.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
No problems there.
Yeah, keeps the round going, keeps the momentum on his side.
Now to hole number 8. It's another par 3 with some water. Frank, only 150 yards. This is the shortest hole in the golf course.
The distance control is still very important here. If you can get the...
Frank, they threw him a life vest. He's back on dry land.
And I hope this time he swings, he doesn't have the water wings on.
Third shot now after the last one found the deep blue.
Yeah, you can still minimize the damage here. It's only one bad shot that you got punished for.
Okay, 20 feet. Not too bad. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Frank, that's what you want to do. Good lag putt.
Yeah, they can't all go in.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. Well, double par here. Time to pick up and move on. Now to hole number 9, 501 yards. It's a par 5.
Yeah, we finished with the third par 5 on the front 9. You're just going to come through those sort of chute of marvelous trees that define this fairway. Just avoid the right side. Something down the left side is going to open up the second shot.
Well, that was a beautiful drive, Frank. Really good position to take advantage.
Sitting up beautifully in the fairway.
I want to be
This is
the
not
very
heading in the
best.
right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. That one ends up in the rough.
That went sideways.
Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in.
Oh, hey, whoever's in my stream, howdy.
From about 8 feet.
Woo, yeah, baby. Yeah.
Good solid stroke there. No sign of nerves on that.
Doing horrible. Hey, who is this?
Rich Lerner.
Is one of y'all on my stream?
Chill dog. We are back on this beautiful day.
Who said that? Oh, it's Taylor.
9 to 10.
Howdy,
Begin
Taylor.
With a par 3, Frank, 218
Wait,
yards.
what did you say? Chill, dog.
Have to bow up with this tee shot here, that's for sure.
What did I do,
Bending there.
Taylor?
You need something that comes out of the gate very, very straight and
Oh,
with
come
a decent
on,
height on it
brother.
as well. If you want to land on that left side of the green and make it stop.
Wow, Frank, he did well just to get it on the green from that lie.
I didn't think that was doable.
Ooh, paw. Who is Waterfall Hunter? Whose friend is that?
On the tee here at the 11th
I
hole,
want-
Play me on 2K,
17-yard
bro.
par 4.
What? Play me on. You don't have 8.
Down the right side past that bunker. So if you hog that right side, that tree can become a little bit of a problem for the second shot.
He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try.
Ah, dang.
Get on 1-7.
No, I don't have it. Or I do have it, but I might have deleted it. Let me check. Yeah, I only have 18, Taylor.
Whoa, that was unexplainable. I thought that was easily going to be a par.
Now we'll have to focus, try to make bogey.
Hey, who's Cool Mix? Is that
on the scorecard? And Frank, what happened this week?
Oh, it is. Okay. I knew that, but I thought his name was something else.
4-hour featured player missing
Just
the
download it.
No, I'm not gonna download it.
It's always next week.
I have to buy it. Princess White? Yeah, he did. Hey, Bryant, you want a bill battle?